Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James.
Ninetailedbrush.
And today we are going to be watching Demonslayer Season 2, Episode 13. So we're kind of right in the middle of a battle. I think we have saved all of Tengen's wives. They're all safe now. And then Tengen beat the belt.
Yeah, or something.
Whatever that is, which I still kind of want explained. Don't really know what happened underground. And we got Tajiro freaking facing off against a moon demon, by the way, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And he hasn't even, it's not even like he's like about to die and they're gonna go save him. Like
he's been like
he's like actually in mid-fight. So I'm really excited about that. I feel like we're gonna get more of a fight. Everybody's been talking about this episode in the comments, so I'm just super excited. I really want to get into it. As always though, now that we're caught up to Demon Slayer, there is going to be the full-length reaction on Patreon, and then next week, so I guess we're a week behind on Demon Slayer. So next week's Demon Slayer reaction, we're doing Demon Slayer reactions every Thursday. That's going to be up for early access on our Patreon if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. Super cheap, and we try and put a lot of content on there for you. Either way though, thank you for joining us here. Thank you for watching. Keep your eyes open. We have tons of shows coming on the channel. We're starting up Haikyuu again. Maybe Last Airbender. We got movies, collaborations, tons of other stuff. Keep your eyes open. Demon Slayer, just to reiterate, every Thursday. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. There's going to be a free link in the description of the actual reaction, and then come back here to hear our thoughts, theories, and reviews. Let's just get into Demon Slayer Season 2, Episode 13. What the heck?
Yo!
Okay, well, that's why people were talking about that episode.
Kinda...
What the heck just happened?
Kinda just escalated
I was like,
there.
oh, Tengen's gonna show up. No, it's just Nezuko becomes a new demon.
And freaking Tajiro out here? Like... Dude. Our MCs are kinda...
If Tengen doesn't come up here and be like, that's pretty flashy, I'm gonna, like, be pissed.
Come on, dude. Like, how can
that
you
was
not?
Sick.
I mean, because even for their, like, rank or whatnot, or what people expect of them, like, you're not...
Well, she's, like, an upper-ranked demon, which is crazy.
That's insane, right?
Like, she just, like, morphed into it?
Yeah, I don't know. I swear, it's kind of like what he was that, I don't know if it's, like, the spirit of their younger brother or whatnot, but he was saying that, like... They're kind unless they get mad for someone else's sake, right? Kind of like how Tajiro was able to push through the kind of
exhaustion.
You know how he gets that sort of like he gets hit with that feedback from after using the Hinokami?
Yeah.
Right? But he was able to keep doing it like for a long time, right?
Because other people were dead.
I'm assuming because he was pissed because of how, she kind of treated the lives of others like so carelessly. It was like, whatever, I just killed all these people.
Yeah.
Doesn't even think about it, right? And so because of that, he was able to push through. But I think that was actually like hurting him like bad, like
well, he's also injured. He has like a huge gash in his arm.
And so here, I'm wondering if that's kind of the same thing with, like, Nezuko and stuff. Like, is that, like...
Well, because we never really, like, we only saw her blood demon art, like, once.
Yeah.
And even this season, we didn't really see it.
And we didn't even really, like, we have never really gauged her, like, how strong she is as a demon, right?
No. And so I don't... Yeah, you're right. Maybe that is part of her blood demon. Because, like, we literally only saw her blood demon art. I forgot, actually, about that. That one time.
Yeah, it was like
and now, frankly, it looks like she has different blood demon art.
Yeah, or something.
Maybe I also wonder, do you think this is like a temporary stage? Or is this like the new evolution? Like maybe it's like a Hulk kind of thing? Not like quite, but like maybe it's like part of her power? It feels more permanent, but maybe.
I'm gonna go off the thing that this is like... It's because of her rage basically at this moment that she is able to like do this much, right?
Yeah,
kind of like how Tajiro is.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure if this is something that maybe in the future
Because, like, dude, she's so strong.
Yeah, she is so strong. We've like, not
dude,
seen her this strong.
Like, regular her went up and, like, kicked the head off of Watahabime. I was like, dude, that was so sick. Like, she just pulls up out of nowhere and kicks her head off.
By the way, Daki, I think, is her. It's like an easier name.
Oh,
I feel
okay,
like.
Daki? Okay.
Just so you don't have to keep saying that long.
Daki, okay. Yeah, that was cool.
Wow.
And I liked, too, that moment. I thought that was really interesting. I mean, obviously, the action was just incredible, right? Like, this was an action episode. Yeah, but there was, like, this little moment where Tanjiro was, like, appealing to her humanity. Yeah. And right before he went just, like, full crazy. And I thought that was cool because it was, like, even in this moment, even with a upper moon demon, who you know has probably just murdered and killed hundreds of people and been alive forever, he's like, you were human once. And not until she's like, you know, screw humans, you ugly, like person, that not until then does he, like, act.
I think that's so cool. And it's so, like, consistent with his character.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, just even in that moment where he's, like, full rage mode, he's still like, okay, I'm going to give you, you know, that chance, kind of like, are you still, like, is there anything in you that I can kind of, like, relate to or whatnot?
But then at the same time, it's like Daki is, like, sealing her own fate, because I feel like if it was any other moon demon, he would not have done this well. But it's because she's so, like, she, like, hates humans.
Yes,
and
that's
she's
so
true.
Like,
even she said it herself. She's like, oh, I'm not going to bully you. Like, she is. She's this, like, she's a bully.
Yeah.
And so it's like she just doesn't understand that, and so the more she tries to be more like a bully, and the more she does that, the stronger like Tanjiro and Nezuko are.
Yeah.
And it's so cool because it's like that idea where it's like she just doesn't understand like what makes him tick, because she's just like a completely different thing. Like it's cool.
Yeah, it's because of her sort of like philosophies or whatnot.
It's because
that
she's so evil, basically, that he's so good.
Yeah, she's like,
and that's
why?
So cool.
I like how the entire time she just literally like trying to convince herself that like this is going to be easy, right? Every moment of the way she's and this move, you know, it should be totally fine. Like, wait, what? How are you?
Yeah.
Oh no, that was just a fluke, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I like that, and I also like that the whole all his moves kind of like are related to the sun in some way, right? Which is the big thing that all the demons are afraid of.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and that's what he is, right? We're like slowly finding out. Well, actually, what did you think of that too, right? Because there was a whole thing with, I don't remember his name, Rengoku's father. With that kind of like reveal-ish, but then they immediately subverted it, but then not.
I'm not sure.
I think that was very odd.
Yeah, it was very odd. Because, I mean, very clearly, the scar on his head has changed.
Of course.
Into something else.
But is that because of an outside source, or is that something else?
I'm not sure.
You know, because, like, to me, it's like, okay, you spill boiling water on it, but, like, maybe they're not born with it. Maybe it's kind of, like, inevitable.
Yeah, or something like that.
Right? Because, like, when he got off the mountain, too, it wasn't like anything burned him or anything. Like, it just kind of changed.
Yeah, it's like he goes injured or whatnot. They kind of covered it up, and then next time
that's not how scars work.
Yeah, it was like a different type of scar, right?
Yeah, like, and the whole it wasn't even like, oh, we just added onto it. It's like the whole shape was different.
No, yeah, because before it was like a little mark, and now it's like a design, right?
And if you look at his ancestor,
yes,
he has a full like flame down his face.
Clearly, there's like some sort of relation. I think
he has to be the descendant.
Yeah, I think he's just like he doesn't quite understand exactly, and so that's why he thinks that it's probably just a scar from whatever, you know.
Yeah. Dang, dude, that was sick. I mean, what the heck is gonna happen next? Like, dude, imagine if like she's dead. There's no way. If Tengen shows up, she's done.
That's true. If Tengen shows up,
right? Like they are running circles around her, and Tengen's not even here yet. Like if Tengen and everybody else shows up.
Yeah, and I gotta assume that Tengen is probably stronger.
At least as good as Tanjiro.
Yeah, come on, right?
I mean we saw Rengoku.
Yeah. So if he does show up, I'm assuming
he's gonna just destroy her.
But I feel like.
But also, here's the other thing: is that she does seem, and I like that there's just like that simple frame where they have her like sitting on Muzan's lap. Like I feel like it's like such a subtle thing, but it shows like that like weird kind of like manipulative relationship they have. Well, just in like a simple frame. Where it's like, oh, they're having a conversation, but it's like she's like sitting on his lap like a pet.
That's what I was gonna say. It was like a pet,
and it's like he's treating her like a pet, right? And so it's a pet master relationship. But I wonder if, because we've been seeing more of Muzan this season, honestly, than almost more than last season. We didn't get a ton of him last season. Do you think, is there any chance he's going to show up? Because there's some relation. Obviously, it's not an equal to equal relationship, but like maybe there's a deeper connection between him and Daki. Like maybe she's like one of his like favorite pets.
I mean, that's what he was saying, but I wasn't sure if he was just saying that. You know?
But I mean, there's also like a level of I don't think he respects her. I think he's saying he was her favorite, but it's that's true. Could be like, oh, you're my favorite cat. Like I don't care about my cat compared to like my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But it's so like I don't know. I just wonder because every scene of her past has been related to him.
That is true. There's got to be there's going to be something more.
Of course, and so I'm like, what if Muzan shows up? Also, the other thing we're forgetting about is the demon from I forget what his name is, but from the train arc. Mugen Train.
Akaza?
Yeah, because we started off this season with him swearing vengeance on Tanjiro. And keep in mind, technically, that was part of this season. Technically, that was episodes,
it was part of this
right?
season.
So he was part of this season, even with the Mugen Train arc. So I think there's a chance maybe that those people show up.
I'm not feeling
I'm not either, but I don't know.
Show up, but the Muzan probably.
I don't know, because I feel like the cliche, right? Like I'm like, there's two cliche. Like, is she really gonna die? But then also, are they really just gonna come up with some BS excuse for her to get away? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, the biggest thing is right. It's too early. Like, there's no way that they win here. Unless there's something else, right?
There is always something else, right? That's always been the thing with Demon Slayer. Is there is always some sort of like twist, but also Muzan. Yeah. Like the big baddie. Like these are all just pawns in the large scope of things. So I really don't know where this is gonna go. She's like beaten basically.
Yeah.
I mean, if Tengen shows up, but she hasn't been here all episode, so I don't know how he won't. She's done.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, unless there's got to be some sort of trick. Unless, they do beat her, which would be kind of crazy because I would not expect her to go down this early.
Here's my other worry, though, is that with her blood demon art, like, if they cut off her head, can she still survive? Or if there's, like, a piece of her belt.
I mean...
Right? Because, like, we saw that, like, freaky thing where, like, her neck turned into the belt, too. So it's, like, it's, like, all of her. It's not just, like... extra appendages.
But I mean, she did the kind of like the same thing that Spider Demon Moon in the first season did, right? Where it looked like we cut off their head, but they were still connected.
But we've seen her alive. The belt was a different thing than her. So, like, can she create like a?
Well, I mean, it's still a
like. Can she back up the hard drive?
It's still a part of her, right? And so I'm assuming if he had cut through that belt, she would have died. I mean, otherwise she would have...
I agree, but if she, like... What if she, like, makes an offset? Like, if she makes that belt again, and then they cut her head off, will that belt still be alive and be able to, like, grow her back? That's what I'm saying. Like, what if she pulls something like that?
Because... well, at least we have yet to see anyone that could do that.
Yeah.
Right? Because every demon has been so far consistent that if their head somehow, one way or another, is chopped off, no matter what their powers, even if you're a train, right, you're gonna die.
That's true, but at the same time, this is one of the few first Upper Moon demons we've ever faced.
That's
and the other one we faced, we got our butts kicked. We don't know what it's like. I guess I know it sounds weird, but we don't know what it's like to kill an Upper Moon demon. We've never seen an Upper Moon demon die.
For sure.
And there's definitely that power. So I don't know. Like, it's really comes... I get what you're saying. It really just comes from me being like, I don't know what's... Like, where the heck is this going to go?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have no idea because it looks like we got it in the bag right now,
Dude,
right?
we have like Mega Nezuko.
We have Mega Nezuko. Tanjiro is basically going full like Super Saiyan.
Yes.
And we didn't even pull out our trump card yet, right? Which is kind of crazy.
Yes.
No, wow. Okay, well, I have no idea.
But either way, that was like actually awesome episode. That was so cool. So yeah, as always, thank you for joining us here. Thank you for watching. If you want to see next week's Demon Slayer episode, that is going to be up on our Patreon, as well as full-length reactions to that episode. This episode, super cheap, super reasonable. If you want to go check that out, support us. That would be awesome. Really, either way, though, thank you for joining us here. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you stick around, like, subscribe, and we will see you all in the next video.